Let's put everything in focus. Where we stand is attorney Cheryl Wood. Cheryl, wrapped up already, both sides, and going to closing arguments next week. Quickly, your reaction to how quickly this progressed?
Well, I'm not surprised it went quickly. After we saw the state's case, the defense said they would shorten their case. And the state really, they focused in their opening on Goodson's conduct, and that's what they must do. And they said he provided a rough ride to Mr. Gray. But during the course of them presenting the evidence that they did not show, they were unable to show that there was a rough ride. It's important to show Goodson's conduct. With all the other things that have happened in this case, excitement, rifts, sabotage, discovery violations, what matters at the end of the day, did they show Goodson's conduct? Did they show he created a risk, was aware of the risk, and acted nevertheless?
I felt like I was watching an episode of Law & Order yesterday with all the drama going on in the courtroom. And then Dr. Allen kind of like totally retracting, or I guess being uncooperative as far as all the things he had said earlier on about how Freddie Gray was behaving in the van.
Yes, he's been very uncooperative, but the defense called him so that they could get his taped statement, his initial statement into evidence, that he heard Mr. Gray banging his head. And usually your initial statement is the one that is most likely to be true. Later on, he recanted that, but I think they wanted to get that in front of the judge.
So we go to closing arguments next week, and how long do you think this will take from there? I mean...
Well, I think the closing arguments, I think the judge will take a day or two and perhaps render his decision on Wednesday. And I think he'll give a detailed decision as he did last time.
Who put on the stronger case? Not to put you on the spot.
Well, I mean, I think it's the prosecution's burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. The defense didn't have to do anything, quite frankly. And from what I saw, and I didn't see every moment of the trial, but from what I saw, I think it's very difficult for the state to have actually met their burden. And I expect there may be an acquittal of the charges of Officer Goodson.
And this is the strongest case, supposedly.
It's certainly the case with the most serious charges, and a lot of people thought it was the strongest case, but once you hear that evidence and it goes into court, the judge has already expressed doubts about them being able to have shown Goodson's actual conduct.
Wow, I think a lot of people would not be surprised, but if he doesn't get convicted, I don't think anybody would in this case.
Well, I mean, I think they're already starting to look at Lieutenant Rice, and today when they questioned Officer Nero when he testified, they talked about Lieutenant Rice stepping over Mr. Gray to get out of the van. So I think they're already starting to set themselves up to try Lieutenant Rice. All
right, Cheryl Wood, I'm sure we'll be talking next week.
Thanks
for coming in. Again, as soon as the news breaks in the courtroom, we're going to tell you right about it. All you have to do is download the ABC2 News app to get the breaking news alerts. We'll send them right to your smartphone.